Kailey, Damaris, how are you two doing?
Really good.
We're just some gals sitting here talking about the movie.
Cool. Let's talk about it some more. I really love this movie. So I'm happy to talk to you both about it. I start about it's a question for both of you, but let's start with you, Kailey. How did you become attached to this movie? You've not done a lot of acting roles outside of wrestling, so I was wondering how you got attached to this
I haven't
part.
done any. This is the first ever, and it happened because I don't know if you're aware of Taryn Terrell or not, but she does
Hmm.
some stunt work. Her husband's in the stunt business, and we were just talking backstage at wrestling one time, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I'm done wrestling. Like maybe can get into stunts because it's like kind of similar.
Hmm.
And I was living 3 hours away from Louisville at the time. And she texted me and was like, send your pictures in for stunt work. They're doing a project there. I had no idea what the project was. She just said a project. And I sent them, forgot about it, blah, blah, blah. Months later, she texted me. She's like, congrats for auditioning for the same role. And I said, what are you talking about? And something happened with the person that was originally casted
Hmm.
and some scheduling or something like that. And like the week of filming, they had to fill in a role for an actress. And I don't know if I feel like a lot of actresses aren't the biggest people ever, like height, muscle wise.
Yes.
So,
That,
so yes.
yes.
So they had to fill in for an actress that could act and look a certain way and wrestle. And I happened to fit the bill. And that's literally how I got
Wow.
this role is that I just happened to fit in.
Yeah.
It's absolutely true. There are not a lot of actresses that are built like you. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's not a thing. So you're definitely perfect for this. Damaris, how did you get to play Babs Wingo? Both of you are playing absolute legends, but you get to play Babs Wingo. Talk to me how you
Thank you
got
very
involved
much.
with this.
I got an audition from my team, read the script, loved it, and sent in a tape. And then about a month and a half later, I was told that I got the role. That was on a Wednesday. I was in training in Kentucky by Monday.
Wow. Did you know anything about Babs going in? Had you been in any kind of interest in professional wrestling
I
before this?
I knew nothing about Babs. I did grow up on The Rock. I did. But just I love The Rock. But the women's wrestling aspect of it, I had recently met Tamira Mensah-Stock, who's now Tyra May Steele in the WWE. She was the first Black woman to get the gold in Olympics
Mm.
wrestling a couple of years
Hmm.
ago. So I was able to talk to her when I booked it and get a little bit of insight. Hers was not so much entertainment wrestling, so it was a little bit different. But I had no idea about Babs, which was also really fun
Yeah.
because I got to spend a couple months in this new space that I didn't even know existed, which is what you dream of as an actor. You want that newness.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Kaylee, were
My face
you
didn't twitch earlier when she said The Rock. I was trying to do the people's eyebrow, but it didn't really work. Oh, she's better.
Kaylee, were you still NWA champion during the time this was filming?
Yes. So I was, I don't know how far in I was. I know I was over a year as champion at that point. And no, I would have been almost coming up on 2 years because what I'm about to say is it's crazy because I'm playing June, who had a
Hmm.
one-time reign, and
Yep.
she was number 5 on the reigns record list of all-time reigns, and I was number 6. And while we were filming, I became number 5
Ah,
6. So
Mhm.
she passed the torch to me,
Yeah.
like, and
yeah.
yeah, so it was really cool.
That's super cool because yeah, she held it for like 700 days or something. I think you held it for almost 3 years, something like that.
813. I was
813.
813.
Yeah, that's amazing. Does getting a chance to play someone like her, like June, does that do you feel like a sense of like responsibility and challenge to something like that?
It was definitely a responsibility because you're literally playing someone that existed, and
Mhm.
it's something you don't want to take lightly. Um, and knowing that she has people in her family that are alive that are going to see this. Do I represent her well? Would she be proud of this performance? And so that's definitely something heavy to take on. But it was also just super cool because it's like a woman that paved the way for not only me but like every female in wrestling, and now we're getting to, I will say, I'll like give back to them in a way by getting their stories out there, because this is a story that who knows if this would have been told might have been buried, 20 years from now. And so getting the chance to like document it in a way that is not just for wrestling fans, but now for the general public to know their names and remember them is
and what they did.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Damaris, how did you take to the training aspect of this?
Um,
You're not training to be a professional wrestler, but in a way you are. And
Yeah.
did you, if I remember right, wasn't one of the Bashams working with the training for some of this stuff?
So we
I
had
know. Yeah. What was that
yeah,
like?
we had Doug Basham and we had Mickey James, and they were with us with Heat and Jet in that ring doing the choreography, making sure we were safe. And Mickey really, I have to give it to her. She was the one who truly suggested in putting Babs' style everywhere, because Babs did she did a trick where she flailed her arms, which made her intimidating. It made you focus, like kind of made you stumble a bit.
Yeah.
And so we did it everywhere. Mickey put it everywhere. And so Doug taught me how to get slammed. So thank you very, very much, Doug. But yeah, the training was exhilarating. The training, again, I live in this very glamorous world, but tips on your nails aren't working if you want to be slammed the right way, right? So you have to take that veil back. What you look like, what you were dressed like. The important things were safety. And so I love training in general, just having a movement background. So it was really fun to be able to fuse the two. Yeah, thank you.
Uh, Damaris, I just finished talking to Trinity, and
Yeah.
we were talking, and she was talking about how close the two of you got
Yeah.
while filming this, which is fortuitous because Ethel and Babs are sisters. A lot of people don't realize that they were sisters because they had they
Yep.
performed under different last names. But she talked about how close the two of you got. Talk to me about a little bit about that friendship.
Gosh. Trinity. So I didn't know she was Naomi, just like I didn't know
Ah.
this one was Brickhouse. But it's not often that you get to meet someone and then they tell you nothing about their life. Right? So we're in the hair and makeup trailer and we're literally having girl talk. How are you? Oh my gosh, so excited to be here. Oh, I haven't acted before. Here's some things, blah, 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 blah. And then someone mentioned like 3 weeks in, because I got there before her, that was Naomi. I was like, Campbell, who? What? And I was like, that's Naomi. And I'm like, who's Naomi? Like, what are you talking about, Naomi? That's Trinity. That's not Naomi. And I saw some footage of her after that, and
Being amazing.
blew my mind. So it was an honor being next to her. And I said this previously, the reality of Babs being the woman who kicked it off and Trinity being one of the women who's keeping it going and being together for that. And then also shout out to Cameron, who plays our other sister, Ethel, but Marva. But that truly, I don't know, it the respect I have for her, for you, for these people who don't lead with what they do, but who they are, is very inspiring, and I appreciate it a lot. So yeah, I love her very much.
Kailey, you get some of the most in-ring action in the movie. What's the difference between wrestling like in the ring, like for TV, and what you're doing for filming?
I mentioned that stress wise, like anxiety wise, no problem, because if you mess up you can do it again. And like, so that was lovely. Like, that was so nice, because you get out there in front of thousands of fans and you got one shot and you better not mess
Yeah.
up, or everyone's gonna be pooping all over you afterward. So like the anxiety was gone, and so like that was lovely. But the endurance that you needed for filming, because the thing about it is like that anxiety, it's like but then it gets you through that like maybe 15 minutes or so and you're done. You did it. Whereas here,
16
It
hours.
is a marathon, not a sprint. So you needed that endurance to. I mean, the final scene we did, it was a 3-day shoot for one match.
Wow.
And I'm not talking 9 to 5. Okay.
9 to 9.
Wow.
Yes,
No.
it was
None of those. Yeah, but
a lot. And also shout out to background.
listen,
They
we had the
the
best
best.
background. You can't even call them background.
They-
We had the best
So vital.
actors.
So vital.
Like their energy was
Mhm.
top notch every match.
Yeah.
So much fun too. But yeah, they are as much a part of
Yes.
this movie as we are. So yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
So Kailey, does this make you want to do more acting, or are you still kind of looking into doing stunts again now, or which one do you prefer now?
I've said I was saying like initially right after I was like, yeah, like I would love to do it again because I think like the sisterhood of it all, I was like, I really enjoyed that. Like we all just became so close, and like that part of it was really fun to me. So I was definitely interested, but now that it's like we're 2 years removed,
Yeah.
it's and I'm just being super realistic here. I'm a big girl. I don't think there's lots of roles out there for someone that doesn't have tons of acting experience. And I'm just saying, I'm not actively
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not actively pursuing it. But if it was something where it was like it just so happened to work out and it's falls into my lap or whatever, I would not do it again.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's not like my life's purpose now or anything like that.
You still see yourself as wrestler first.
I don't know. I see myself as a mom at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
See what I mean? Like they are them. They are them.
Well, I mean, the good thing about wrestling is you get to practice all of it, like the physical part and the acting part, and you get to do,
Yes.
in some cases, more so than a lot of regular working actors. You're just acting all the time.
Right.
Damaris, what about you? Does this make you interested in professional wrestling, or you want to get in the ring now? You want to take on Kamille in a match or at some point? What's going on? No.
I've said this all day, and I will continue saying it. I will be the cute for holding the card up, introducing everyone, right, and waving. Oh, yes, Trini, Naomi, Kamille, amazing. And then I'm going to my seat to watch. I am still fully, madly in love with the acting world, full throttle, and hope to continue doing things there. But with that being said, this will come with me for the rest of my career because I do love action and I do love anything that involves training or combat and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Well, this has been fantastic, both of you, Kailey, Damaris. I really loved the film. I thought you were both great in it, and I wish you guys the best of luck. And I hope we get to talk to you both again soon. Thank you.
Thank you so
Definitely.
much.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thanks for checking out the show. If you like what we're laying down, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell to receive notifications for all of our latest stuff.